Tonight, violence on the waterfront, as Ed Begley stars in The Use of Dignity in Armstrong Circle Theatre, presented by the Armstrong Cork Company.
What's with him?
That's our hiring boss, Giordano.
What do you have to do to get a job on this dock? Get on your knees and crawl? Yeah, well, good's your ticket? They passed over you for the last 2 weeks, I noticed.
Oh, they always hire the old hands first.
I know who they hire first, all right.
Maybe we don't play smart, huh? That hiring boss. I seen him bite into a bottle a couple of times already this morning. Now, maybe if you was to buy him a drink.
No.
Not this boy.
Before I start the hiring, I got an announcement to make. These gentlemen you see here from the high command across the river. Your contributions have been deeply appreciated in the past. However, it's been decided to increase those contributions to $2 a day starting now. These gentlemen will answer any questions. Anybody got any questions? Stevenson.
Yeah.
Dixon.
Yeah.
Nogi.
Yeah.
Go with Bennett's gang, number 1 hole. Harris.
Yeah.
Watson.
Yeah.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Bennett.
Yeah.
Go with Ackerman to number 2 hole. Hold up the tops, boys, and get going. Rivas.
Yeah.
Cheer up, friend.
Yeah.
There's always mañana. But your luck won't change until you put one of these tickets in your hand.
I'll start first.
Right, Jonesy?
Yeah, sure.
You'll have to do it before you get a day's work in these docks.
Juan,
See, Louis?
you stick around now. I'll see if I can find a spot for you.
Sí, sí, gracias, Louis. Gracias.
You. What's your name, huh?
Robinson, what about it?
No, your first name.
John. John Robinson.
John, huh? John.
It's got a screw loose.
Poor Louis. Once he was a happy man. He had his job, a good wife, Maria, a fine, handsome son, Giulio. Everybody liked Giulio. Always smile and sing. You could hear him singing up and down these docks. Poor Louis.
What happened?
Korea. Giulio don't come back from Korea. After Giulio died, something in Louis died too. He don't care for his men. He don't care for his work. Only for the drink.
Yeah, that's rough.
See? Poor Maria, she's lost them both now.
I say he hasn't got any guts. This dock's his responsibility. It's his fault the thugs have taken over.
You see everything black or white. Well, it's not, friend. It's mostly gray.
Say, what about this talk that Giordano's planning to walk the boys off and call for a new deal on the docks?
You hear that, have you?
Yeah.
Dreams, friend. Louis, he don't have the courage now.
Hasn't anybody got enough guts to buck the hoods?
You're hot blood, no? But to see a man slugged and kicked in his face while he lies helpless in the ground, maybe this takes more than guts.
found a spot for you with Ackerman. You be extra, see? But just keep looking like you're busy, huh? Vamos, amigo. Vamos. That's all, men. Clear the docks.
Well, what about the French Star? We're Pier 11. She's loading, isn't she?
No, it's too late. This fog sure soaks in your bones.
Yeah. Come on, I'll buy a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Sorry I've been passing you boys up.
Thanks.
You look like good workers. I could use a few good workers.
That right? All I know is we got clean cards, we can't get work.
Clean card don't mean a thing down here anymore.
So whose fault is that?
Look, boss, pretty rough. 40,000 Stevies all kicking back to a bunch of hoods.
So it's rough. I feel the same as you do, but what can I do about it?
How come you're still hanging on to your job, Giordano? You feel so sorry for the boys.
Oh, lay off him, Robs. Lay off.
Let him talk. Let him blow off steam. Better he should talk to me than somebody else. He's got spunk like my... Hey, listen. I'm thinking of getting the boys together for a walk-off, see? No more kickbacks. No more racketeering.
When?
Well, pretty soon now.
How soon?
Well, pretty soon.
Okay, well, let us know when you're ready.
Louie, Allison wants to see you.
Okay. Okay. Nice to see you, boys.
He's buggy, Robinson. I wouldn't get mixed up with him.
I don't know.
What a trouble squad.
Yeah. Look at those suits.
Yeah.
Must be $200 a piece.
Yeah. And don't forget the guns in them deep down pockets. I can feel them guns. Right here where my chest and my belly come together.
I hear you've been squawking about the raise in the kickback.
$2 a day, that's too stiff, Allison. The boys won't stand for it.
What do you know what the boys will stand for, you drunken bum?
Don't call me that.
What are you going to do about it, Giordano?
Vic is my mouthpiece on these docks, understand? When he gives you orders, they come from me. Don't stand around shooting your face off at my men, Giordano, or I'll fix your wagon, but good.
Oh, don't be too hard on him, boss. He's just groggy from too much booze. You're still hearing those voices singing at you, Giordano? But just don't sing back at him, and you'll be all right.
Saturday night, the boys who work on the docks voted to get out of our setup and run to a new one. That right, Giordano?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Well, how did you vote?
I wasn't there.
Don't hand me that. I know how every last jack of you voted. I got the best organization on the waterfront for that kind of information.
If you're thinking of going through with this, be a lot of broken bones before it's over.
They won't get far. I want you to sign this pledge that you'll stick with us, Giordano. And every last one of your boys is going to sign the same pledge or there'll be trouble. Now, come on. Sign it.
I gotta think about it.
You don't think. You do as I say or forget about showing up for work tomorrow.
I'm hired by the stevedore company.
Come off it. You know you owe your job to Allison, not to any stevedoring company.
Look, I own you and your men and every docker on this territory. Nobody hires or fires unless he gets the word from me, Frank Allison. Now, you gonna sign that pledge, or do I give Vic the sign to take care of you in his own way? Oh, Giordano, how many men who work on the docks have been shot dead in the streets in the last couple of years?
I don't know. Plenty.
Yeah, that's right. Plenty. Tell you what, Giordano. I'm going to give you time to think this over, all by yourself. Say, a week. Then you come in, we'll all have a drink and forget this. Now, how's that?
I don't know, Allison.
Why, sure, man. You think about it. So long, Louis.
How did you find me?
A bartender in a bar on 16th Street. Stuffy in here. Louis? Louis, I want you to listen to me. You could listen to me, Louis?
Yes. You're leaving me?
Yes, Louis. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming you, Louis, understand? If you couldn't stand it, you couldn't. He was my son, too. And at home, alone at night. Louis.
Where are you going?
To my sister's in Chicago.
That's good. Maybe you can forget.
Forget? 22 years.
What about the house?
You could sell it. Louis, I brought you something. I thought maybe you would want to keep it.
Where did you find it?
In a leaf mold, under the apple tree. The one place we didn't look.
He must have dropped it out of his pocket when he was climbing. How long ago, Maria? 7 years? 8?
Don't you want it, Louis?
Stopped.
Stopped a long time ago.
Rust. He always kept it so bright. If we could only go back there, Maria, where it stopped. Dignity. Mark the test of dignity. Let no man take it from you.
That was good advice you gave him, Louis. That was good advice. If you need me, Louis, I'll come back.
Julio! Julio!
Julio!
Hi, bud.
You got a little white ticket to heaven, huh?
Yeah, I ain't no hero. My kids gotta eat. Look, this is my lunch.
Sure, I understand. Me? I'm gonna sit right here until I take root or get a job. Fair and square.
How do you figure to eat? Tell you what, I'll lend you $10 out of my first pay. You know, I think I'm gonna get me one of them jobs today.
How can you miss?
Smith, Jones, Halliday, follow Nogi and clean out number 3 hole. Some of the rest of you men go along with them there. You, and you.
Hey, boss, how about me?
Tupper, Stone, Jacobson. Start loading number
Hey, boss,
1
you know something? The way you hire men and this dock smells.
Shut up, you fool.
I've been in every shape-up for 2 weeks. My card's just as clean as the next man, but I can't get a job unless I let one of these muscle men shake me down.
How'd you say, chum?
What's the matter with you, Stevies? It's a free country, so they say.
Get off this dock, Robertson.
No, I'm not going to get on. I'm going to stay right here until I get a job.
You heard what he says. You going easy, or you gonna go hard?
Get off my boat, you punk! Get up!
God, do something! No, Juan. This is not your fight. Here, the tug is coming in for him. Take this whistle back to Allison and tell him what he can do with it. I've had enough.
I warned you, Louis. Let him have it.
You okay? You hurt? Maybe you better see a doctor.
They broke Julio's watch. They broke it.
Too bad, Louis. I'm sorry.
They stepped on it. They crushed it like it was nothing.
Yes.
But they have not crushed it. It's stronger than they are.
Sure, Louis, sure.
We'll fight them. The 2 of us. You're a strong boy, an honest boy. You stood up to them like my Louis. My Julio, but now we'll stand together.
Sure, Louis, sure.
We'll show them. We'll sweep these hoodlums from the docks. The old days will come back. The old days will come back.
Hey, wait a minute, Louis. Wait a minute. Louis!
All right, break it up, you guys. Got enough trouble around here.
I want to say a few words to the men, Pete.
Yeah, sure thing, Louis. Take it easy. The hoods are still here.
Mark the use of dignity, Pete.
Huh? Yeah, sure. All right, fellas. Louis wants to talk to you.
Go ahead, Louis. Go ahead.
Men, you've all saw what happened here a little while ago.
That's right.
You've seen it happen time and time again on these docks. A man speaks out for a fair deal, like this kid here. But he never gets a chance to speak the second time. Remember what happened to Anderson?
Yeah, I remember.
There was no tug around to save him when he got pushed off the dock. And young Nickerson, too bad that load of freight fell on his head. After a while, a man forgets that he's got rights. Forgets that he's a free man, till somebody like Robertson here comes along to remind us.
That's right.
Why should 100 men have to take a plea for
The boss has to stop him. We have to let him have it. Now, come on, circulate. Maybe we'll put these Stevies back into line.
rotating the job.
All right, break this up. All right, get to work. To talk to you. Get back to work. Get out of here.
Don't listen to him. Make up your own mind. Shall we walk?
We walk. This is a wildcat. You lose your jobs, you fools, you lose your cards. This man's on the blacklist.
Who's blacklist, you crumb?
Get him. That's the way, kid. Get him, kid.
Well, it's rolling, Louie.
Hi, look. We got the big support from the newspaper, Louis. We earn our bread the good way now, huh?
What about Vic?
Don't worry about Vic. We took care of him. If we got through, the cops took over.
Listen, I ain't much for fancy words, but thanks for backing me up.
It's nothing what we did, Louis. We know the good man when he comes. After that, easy. Stand up, spit in your hands, and fight.
Yeah. Well, we better go. We'll be back tomorrow visiting time.
Yeah, take care of yourself. Maybe I bring my Madonna to watch over you, huh, Louis?
You do that.
Louis, I got something else for you. I'm holding it for you till you get back. It's your whistle. Hiring boss needs a good whistle. Maria?
Maria, how did you get here so fast from Chicago?
I couldn't go, Louis. They taking good care of you, Louis?
Yes, Maria.
That's good. I read in the papers. They call you a hero. They said you was a very brave man.
It was not me. It was for Julio. I saw Julio's shadow that night in my room, that night you brought me his watch.
Julio's shadow? How could you see Julio's shadow?
I saw it. I saw it, I tell you.
Sure. Sure, Louis, if you say so. Louis, you think maybe what you saw was the shadow of courage coming back to its owner?
It was Julio's shadow. I saw him. He came back. He's here, inside me.
Oh, I'm so glad, Louis.
Maria. Sit here with me a while.
Sure. Sure, Louis. For as long as you like.
This is the last show of our spring season. You see, vacation time is rolling around for all of us here on Circle Theatre, and you too, I expect. So Bob and I would like to wish you a very happy one.
Of course, we'll be back in the fall with a lot more brand new plays we think you'll like.
And be sure toward the end of August to check your TV schedule for Armstrong Circle Theatre. And until then, have a real wonderful summer.
So long for now.
certainly are prone to nostalgia as well as history. ABC's John McKenzie has been rummaging in the past.
Gallon not only collects old toys, but 5 days a week he puts on his own half-hour cable TV show.
You might say he's trying to relive his childhood, which is nice work if you can get it.
TV historian Ira Gallon is one of the few people in the country who's been able to collect some of the most precious moments of television history. He just literally tossed everything. NBC, CBS just didn't care about collecting. There are no major programs to restore TV history and even television commercials like they are for feature films. And if it's not done in the next 5 to 10 years, we won't have that history anymore.
Welcome to my nightmare. There's some vinegar smell. Ira Gallon today was eaten up by his film collection. It's right in here. The big one was when I got a call about the Clio Awards. The next room. You guys have no concept. Yeah, come on in. Right. This is all part of a collection that I have never gotten to in about 15 years. And the owner of the Clio Awards was in a drug deal. They burnt down his townhouse, and there, folks, is films that I have just pulled out of sales films, commercials, regional films, spot advertisements. Great history of television that I've never been able to get to.
George, stop the machine. Stop the machine.
This film's so old it just breaks up in your fingers.
Can't you patch it together again?
Not a chance. Celluloid's only good for 20 years or so, and then it gets so brittle you can't hardly touch it.
You mean that we can't even see it? Now that we have it?
There's just nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it. Never had the world known a more wonderful way of recording knowledge. But now it was realized that it wasn't permanent, that half a century of history was about to decay out of existence.